There are a lot of terms that we use to describe a large collection of musicians. Symphony, orchestra, philharmonic, but is there really a difference, or are all of these terms interchangeable? Orchestra is the most generalized term. It usually refers to a large group of musicians playing from the 4 sections of music: woodwind, brass, percussion, and strings. It comes from the Greek word orchestra, which was the space in front of ancient Greek theaters where people could sing and dance. Symphonies are a certain type of orchestra. By definition, a symphony is a large, full orchestra that puts on the type of music that usually depends on movement and harmonies. Think of Beethoven's elaborate symphonies that just can't be pulled off by a small orchestra. Symphony comes from the Greek word symphonia, which literally means to harmonize. But in casual conversation, the term symphony and orchestra are used pretty interchangeably, and everyone knows what you're talking about. Philharmonic has kind of an interesting history. It comes from the Italian word philharmonico, which also literally means to harmonize. But the term philharmonic usually referred to a symphony that had a sort of expectation in society. For example, in the 18th century, the Dublin Philharmonic was a very specific type of symphony that only put on concerts for charity. So for the most part, all 3 of these terms are pretty interchangeable, unless you're talking about highly specific orchestras throughout history, or you're referring to a specific symphony movement within classical music as a whole. Everyone's going to know what you're talking about, which is a large group of musicians. And with that, I hope you learned something new today, and thank you once again for joining me for another edition of Fun Fact Fridays.